After nearly 30 years of getting up very early and working very hard into the afternoon, our Ron Brown is getting ready for retirement. Before he goes, though, he's taking a look back at some of the great stories you have done over those years.
And not only have you done some amazing stories on the ground, but some of them have been from in the air.
Well, that's one thing about it. Try to assign yourself the stories, and then you get to do the fun stuff you want to do. And one of those, we went to Eureka, where the Confederate Air Force was shuttling a B-17 and a B-25, and we got to ride in a B-25 all the way from Eureka. Got some great video and some great scenery. A lot of fun.
Skimming the waves along the Oregon coast today, a World War II vintage B-17 and a B-24 brought plane loads of memories to Medford. The planes are part of a small fleet of vintage aircraft owned and operated by the nonprofit Collings Foundation of Stowe, Massachusetts. Flying and maintaining the planes and bringing them to cities like Medford and Eureka is a labor of love for these volunteers.
We show them to people in the natural habitat, which is in the air. People come see us arrive, people come see us depart, and we think that's the way these airplanes should be shown.
Today, the planes left Eureka after playing host to about 1,000 veterans and curiosity seekers, flying past coastal campers and fishermen, and landing in Medford late this afternoon. One of the men who flew the B-24 in World War II says these planes are really what flying is all about.
Today, flying this is still a real flying because there's nothing automatic on the plane. We flying VFR all the time, and very seldom we ever even attempt instrument flying in this plane.
Laverty is a retired pilot who donated more than $10,000 to help restore the B-24. With this being the 50th anniversary of World War II, there's a lot of interest among Americans in the men and the machines that won the war for the Allies. And with the arrival of the B-17 and B-24 in Medford, it looks like several hundred or maybe even thousands of people will show up for the display. In Medford, Ron Brown on the Newswatch.
The thing that strikes me is how beautiful that footage looks and how crisp and clear it is, even though it was shot decades ago on equipment quite different from our standard today.
The first camera we had that was a self-contained camera. It didn't have a separate deck, and so it was kind of a learning experience for me. But what a great place to learn. Hanging out of the gunner's door of a B-25 with a B-17 flying alongside. It was a lot of fun.
Right down on the deck. That's
right down on the deck. Fishing boats down below and all this other kind of stuff.
Wow, what a journey. You can see more of Ron's amazing history of stories by going to our website, kdrv.com. Look under the features section for Ron Brown's Best.